The first impactful fall snowfall is here, and these are some of the scenes across the province. This is out in Red Deer. Corey Robertson sending this. You can see the chunky flakes flying through the sky. We also got footage into our newsroom from Jasper. Check out this. Certainly not the most ideal driving conditions, and what makes this one so impactful is the fact that, well, it's Thanksgiving long weekend and many people are out traveling this weekend. Now, we have field coverage today. Connor O'Donovan is live out in Calgary joining us. And I'm curious to see what those weather conditions are like out there throughout the early morning hours. Now, Connor, the big storyline is the snow, but the second storyline is the temperature conditions. We've seen a 20-degree drop in Calgary in itself. What's the difference between yesterday compared to this morning?
Yeah, Vic, I had a friend describe it to me as somebody, turning the thermostat down, and that's really what it felt like. Around noon yesterday, I was actually on a patio, as were, I think, a lot of Calgarians. To put this into perspective, if you went to the Calgary Flames game at 2 p.m. yesterday, you would have been able to go into the arena at 2 or a little before that in shorts, and coming out at 5 o'clock, temperature dropped about 15 degrees almost. You'd probably need a full winter suit because the wind was really picking up at that time too, and the temperature just kept dropping there from there rather, and coming out this morning, Sunday, to -1, -2, depending on where you are in Calgary. I'm definitely regretting not wearing the full toque and winter jacket combo, because when that wind picks up, it's quite chilly, especially for, as you mentioned, Thanksgiving weekend. We're still in October, and a week ago we were talking about the warmest September on record in Calgary. So quite a change. If you're heading out today, definitely, pack up the toque and mitts. The winter jacket will probably do you good too today as well.
Certainly great advice from Connor. Make sure you bundle up today. I want to quickly ask you one last question, Connor. How heavy was this snow when it fell? I can see some behind you right now.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm surprised actually to see that there was some that had stayed on the ground overnight, because it started falling around 8 o'clock. I was up in those higher elevation parts of northwest Calgary, like Signal Hill, Aspen, that area, and it was coming down quite heavy then, really starting to accumulate quickly on some of those surfaces that can get cold quickly. Our roads here in Calgary are pretty dry right now, but you're going to see some snow, some kind of hard, icy snow on your vehicles this morning. So you might need to dig out that, that snow brush and that snow scraper before you head out for your Thanksgiving travel today. And as you mentioned earlier, Thanksgiving weekend, lots of people traveling. We saw all that snow up in Jasper. Checking Alberta 511 this morning, we are seeing, covered or partially covered with snow and ice roads in Kananaskis Highway 40, as well as the Icefields Parkway. If you're doing some sightseeing today or planning to, definitely keep that in mind, because things might be a little slippery as you head up and down those mountain roads today.
Thank you, Connor, for braving the cold conditions. And you'll likely need to brave the cold conditions if you're anywhere out west, considering we have some snowfall left to fall across BC, which could create some travel impacts on many of the high elevation highway passes. We're also monitoring snow across the Trans-Canada, heavy snowfall for central portions of Saskatchewan and northern portions of Manitoba. But on the back end, we're watching for heavy rainfall and even some mixing. So if you do have any travel plans for anywhere across Saskatchewan or northern portions of Manitoba, you'll certainly want to remain weather aware. Again, just like Alberta, many people out trying to go see their friends and families, and you'll want to hold on to that steering wheel quite tight, considering the winds are gusting over 70 kilometers an hour for many places across Manitoba. So that could also create some reduced visibility on those roadways. Now, in contrast, the East Coast, though, feeling warm, almost that 20-degree range for southern Ontario, Ottawa, sunny skies, 19 degrees today. Meanwhile, further east across Atlantic Canada, sunny skies for you too, just around that seasonal mark. Halifax getting up to 15 degrees this afternoon.